Bayer Leverkusen have officially done it. Xabi Alonso's side have won the first Bundesliga title in the club's history. Being one of the dark horses in the league, they not only won their first silverware in 32 years, but also their first ever title in the German top flight. But how would you react if I told you that this trophy is just the beginning for this stellar Bayer Leverkusen side? Yes, this squad still has huge chances for a treble, but their success is likely to even be maintained in the years to come. And today, we're gonna prove it to you. So stay tuned to find out all the answers on the new top giant in European football. Picture this: Bayer Leverkusen have been chasing glory for about 20 years now, ever since the nightmare of 2002. Back then, they failed to win the treble in the span of only 1 week, which caused a massive crisis for Leverkusen. For all this time so far, they've come close to winning the title on several occasions, but this season has been even more impressive. Xabi's side have undoubtedly been the best in Europe. 43 games without defeat until the end of April is nothing short of incredible. Add to that the 74 goals scored and 19 conceded in 29 Bundesliga games, and you have an achievement for the ages. Leverkusen also qualified for the German Cup final, where they will face Kaiserslautern, reaching this stage after 6 consecutive wins, scoring a total of 23 goals and conceding only 5. In addition, Leverkusen are doing superbly in the Europa League as well, and are actually the strongest favorites to lift the trophy. Yes, the fans were hoping for a dream final between Klopp's Liverpool and Alonso's Leverkusen. But as of the time of writing this script, such a clash is highly unlikely to happen after the Merseyside outfit's disastrous 3-0 defeat to Atalanta in the first leg of the quarterfinals. Thus, if Leverkusen can achieve this phenomenal triumph, Xabi Alonso will have accomplished something unprecedented in the world of football. Never before has a German club won the treble of the Bundesliga, German Cup, and Europa League. On top of that, Leverkusen have the chance to become only the second German team ever to win the treble after Bayern Munich in 2013 and 2020. And to finish off the stats, the most astonishing of all, no club in Europe's top leagues has ever won a treble without losing a single game in the season. Of course, for Leverkusen to achieve this, they'll need to maintain their unbeaten run over the remaining 10 games of the campaign, including the potential Europa League semifinals and final. Experts and specialists continue to ask themselves how Alonso managed to achieve this in just 18 months. Yes, a year and a half ago, Leverkusen was 5 points away from the relegation zone, and now is lifting the title high above their heads and aiming for something even more glorious. On the other hand, this season has been full of amazing underdog stories. Spain's Girona challenged Real Madrid for the La Liga title. Italy's Bologna have a great chance of qualifying for next season's Champions League. France's Brest could finish second in League One for the first time in their history. And England's Aston Villa are battling it out with Tottenham for a European spot in the Premier League. But above all these inspiring stories is the fairy tale of Xabi Alonso and Bayer Leverkusen, the team that stopped Bayern Munich's 10 consecutive title streak. Now, let's talk about what awaits Alonso and Leverkusen after the end of the season. First and foremost, the Spanish coach has fended off interest from other clubs looking for a new coach, such as Liverpool and Real Madrid. Xabi was a legend at both clubs as a player, but he has recently made it clear that he's only thinking about staying in Leverkusen. It's the right place for me to be, to develop as a coach. The fans showed great support this year. They have all the reasons to believe and dream that we can have a great season. The players gave me so many reasons to keep believing in the team. My job is not over here, said Alonso a couple of weeks ago. In doing so, Leverkusen's management have taken the first step towards building on this unprecedented success. The difference is that next season, they'll be playing in the Champions League, being among the hot favorites if they maintain the incredible form and keep their main players. And that brings us to the next topic in our analysis, the summer transfer window. But before we continue, we kindly remind you to subscribe to Footy Flicks for more content. We greatly appreciate it. Traditionally, the big teams are always the ones who poach the best players. Clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Liverpool never have to worry about their stars wanting to leave. These teams simply know that they are the peak, and rarely would a star want to leave. And bringing Leverkusen into this? Yes, they've done something spectacular this season, but they aren't yet a club capable of attracting the biggest stars. Therefore, the main focus of the team should be to keep as many of their top players who won the title this season, such as Jeremy Frimpong, Alex Grimaldo, Victor Boniface, and most of all, Florian Wirtz. Actually, let's take a moment to talk about this amazing young talent. Speaking of the young Leverkusen player, don't you think he's one of the most underrated talents in the world? I mean, everyone seems to talk about Gavi, Pedri, Bellingham, Musiala, and Kobe Mainu, and Wirtz seems to fly under the radar. And maybe that is where his brilliance lies. He doesn't have the pressure of media and fan expectations on his shoulders, and that allows him to play his best football. So far in the 2023-24 season, he has 35 goal contributions in all competitions, the most of any player in his career. Spanish giants Barcelona are perhaps the biggest contenders for his transfer, but Barca's financial problems are preventing them from dreaming of such a move. However, it was recently announced that a fan on social media has set up a charity account to finance Wirtz's transfer. Now that's what you call a committed fan. No, jokes aside, Leverkusen should be really focusing on keeping their top player. He is a huge prospect, and has all of the potential in the world to win the Ballon d'Or one day. This is the type of talent we're talking about. Fullbacks Grimaldo and Frimpong will also be the subject of much speculation in the coming transfer window. The pair have been the driving force on the wings for Leverkusen, with Alonso unleashing the full potential of their pace and influence in attack. As a result, the German champions have become one of the most attacking sides in Europe, with Grimaldo and Frimpong contributing a lot. 26 goal involvements for the Spaniard and 22 for the Dutchman. They are also the prime examples of the revolutionized role of the modern fullback, scoring almost 25% of Leverkusen's Bundesliga goals. Yes, Leverkusen's attack is more than impressive, but statistically, their defense is even more effective. Looking at the season-long stats in Europe's top 5 leagues, Xabi's side are even better defensively than they are offensively. They have conceded 19 goals, second only to Inter, who recently won the title in Serie A. Leverkusen are also ahead of teams that have been defensively brilliant in recent years, such as Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, and Bayern Munich, who are nowhere near as solid at the back as Leverkusen, when we talk about the performance this season. The main reasons for Leverkusen's defensive prowess are Granit Xhaka, Edmond Tapsoba, Jonathan Tah, and of course long-serving goalkeeper Łukasz Radetzky. The latter two are other interestingly and slightly overlooked players in this Bayer Leverkusen side. Tah and Radetzky are actually the two most experienced men in Xabi Alonso's current squad, with 2023-24 being Tah's 9th and Radetzky's 6th season in Leverkusen colors. The German defender has seen the team through some of their toughest times this century, including a disastrous 12th place finish in 2016-17. However, he has decided to trust in the long-term goals of the club's owners, and now he is reaping the rewards of this season's success, even having the chance to complete a European treble. One of the main reasons Leverkusen are hoping to build on this is UEFA's new Champions League qualification rules. In the new season, they will be part of the first pot in the draw as champions of their respective nation, giving them a much better chance of a positive result. In fact, they have never been part of the first pot in the last 10 years, simply because they've never won the title. And being part of the Champions Pot actually has a lot of positive aspects, as you are drawn with weaker teams. However, Leverkusen don't need to worry if they come up against the big guns. Just a few weeks ago, Alonso's men literally demolished Bayern Munich, achieving one of the most prestigious victories in their history, a 3-0 win at the Bayer Arena. As for their other encounters with Germany's most informed sides, Leverkusen have fought 4 wins and 2 draws against Stuttgart, Borussia Dortmund, and Leipzig. They are simply in a league of their own. They haven't had any competition this season, and actually even have the chance to break Bayern's 2013 record for most points won in a single Bundesliga season. It currently stands at 91, and Leverkusen will beat it if they can secure at least 5 wins and a draw until the end of the campaign. Yes, this Bayer Leverkusen team is destined for greatness. The terrible events of 2002 made people think that this club was not one of Germany's best. But, well, fate took its revenge. Yes, Xabi Alonso has been coached by several top managers during his playing career, including Rafa Benitez, Carlo Ancelotti, and Pep Guardiola. And despite having almost no experience, he managed to turn this Leverkusen team into the best in Europe. He deserves all the praise in the world, and soon, he'll arguably be the most sought-after coach, bringing a new unstoppable mechanic to the game. What are your thoughts here? Do you think Leverkusen has the resources to build on from here? Or are they more of the one-season wonder type of teams that struggle to return to the same level in the years to come? We'd really like to hear your opinions in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like for more similar content. Check out some of our other football videos here. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time on Footy Flicks.